Once Upon a Katamari, oh my god, it's beautiful. If you haven't played a Katamari game before, you're probably gonna be a little bit offset by how weird it is. But the short version is, you are a big ball, roll up things to become bigger so you can roll up more things. It is level based and there are going to end up being hidden crowns and characters that you can find in the levels. Crowns eventually becoming a requirement to unlock some late game levels, and the other characters are just cosmetic. There are power-ups in this one though, like a magnet that pulls everything nearby, a radar that shows you where nearby crowns are. There's not many power-ups, but all of them are very useful. And the cool thing about this Katamari is you actually end up going through different eras. So you got the Japanese level, you got the cowboy level, you got dinosaur levels, which is pretty cool because usually the final level in a Katamari game involves an infinite time limit where you just get as big as the galaxy. So if they end up having that for all of the different eras, that's actually really cool. But unfortunately, I can't really comment on that because I haven't beaten it yet. Sorry to say that I'm kind of trying to rush this review out before I go on a trip. If you have played a previous Katamari game, this is the exact same thing. While the weirdness is still part of the charm, I genuinely question why this game series has never properly evolved with quality of life features. The HUD takes up way too much of the screen, and this guy doesn't shut up, with huge text boxes going right in the middle of the screen. The controls are also still pretty awful. You can end up doing the standard control scheme, which is using both joysticks with tank controls. So if you push up on the left joystick, you're essentially rolling the left side of the ball, but not rolling the right. Meaning if you want to go forward, you have to push up on both joysticks. It's an unconventional control scheme, but it's worked in all the previous games and it works here. But we also have the simple controls where you can just use one joystick. Honestly, I very much prefer using the single joystick. However, it's still just as buggy as it's been in previous games. Like when you're using simple controls and you're just staying perfectly still, you can use the right joystick to rotate your camera. But if you're moving the character with the left joystick and then try to turn the camera with the right joystick, it's like the game thinks you're trying to use the dual joystick controls. So the camera doesn't turn, it just starts pushing the Katamari. Honestly, this feels like a bug with how unintuitive it is. Oh, and I guess I should also mention that there is in fact an online multiplayer mode. It is competitive, not co-op, but it's pretty fun. Not fun enough that I would personally recommend getting the game for it though. You're basically put on a time limit to roll up as much as you can, but similar to the .io games from years ago, if you end up getting bigger than your opponent, you can roll them up and deny them the opportunity of dropping off their points. But it's risky because as you end up dropping off your points, you make yourself smaller and thus more susceptible to being rolled up. But yeah, other than that, as far as my recommendation, it's a Katamari game, so of course it's a masterpiece. Like I said, my issue is more so that the franchise hasn't really evolved, but I do think that this is the better of two evils, because if this game got super modernized, it would lose a lot of its charm. But even if every Katamari game is essentially the same thing, there's still no games like it. And in this day and age, that's something that's worth supporting. And I'm extremely happy that we got a new game in the franchise.